Okay. Hi, Lindsay Soprani here. And I wanted to just take you through really quickly what we would build for you. I think it'll be easier for you to see. Um, this is recorded, obviously, and you can go back and rewatch it. And if you have any questions, like I want to jump on Zoom with you, I will be home on Monday. And happy to have a conversation that day around some of the things that you see here. The biggest difference between us and somebody else, one, I have a team, and I've had a team for years. I joined my team up with another team last year or 2 years ago. And so I could do Soprani Consulting full time. And we do 476 units. So know that everything that we build, I always build myself. And there are times when we get, really great ideas from other people that we consult, and then we get their permission to teach other people. But a lot of these things, a lot of the templates, they're created by me. And so that's important. And then we have links to Canva templates that are associated with our plans. And those things were also created by me. And then we have a number of them that we paid a designer to just beef up and make a little bit better. And our goal is to give you templates and give you the tools so that you guys can take them and then recreate them and make them yours. That's like the whole basis behind this, because when I came into the real estate world, everybody coached me and said, well, what would you do? What do you want it to look like? How do you want this to be? I felt really strongly that somebody needed to come into the industry and give the templates and not just ask those questions and say those things. I just wanted somebody to go, here's a 36 touch. Here's a 10-year post-buyer plan that you can implement today and make better, right? So that's what we built. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here. And let me so we have a ton of things. We work with a lot of different people, as you can see here. But I'm going to go into our templates because that's really the heart of what we do here. I'm going to go in the operations one. You can see all these folders. You get all of these things as a part of our training and onboarding of an admin or an operations professional. It doesn't matter what they're in. So like if they're a TC or what position they're in there, if they're a TC, there's parts of this that we'll do. And then there are times when we might build it out with everybody. But we have a whole 6-month training calendar. It goes month by month here. And you can see, anything that's in the orange is an actual action plan that needs to be implemented. Anything in green is, business now items, like things that you need. And blue indicates a project or something that's just going to take a long time, right? And so, for example, like one of our very first projects is like the operations manual and making sure that it has everything that we feel like you need in there. But here's the thing, the operations manual is going to have to be updated for years. I mean, it's never just done, right? Or creating your video training in your library. Like every time you change something, you have to create a video with the training, and then you have to actually, go back through and adjust and switch everything. So like some of these things, are there and we want to build them, but some of these things are just going to continue to be there forever. And it's just a project that we have to continue to work on and deal with as long as we're in the operations side of the business. Every week we note what the homework was, what we did, if there's a due date, was it completed? And then we have notes section, and that all is documented within here. And then we also send out emails with the homework as well. So I actually want to show you just an example. So Rebecca's one of our top consultants, and she sends her recaps every single week. And I just want to actually show you, I don't really want to take a ton of time from you here. And that's an invoice here, but I just wanted you to have an idea of every single time she meets with somebody, or any of our people meet with somebody, they actually send a recap out. Holy moly. Hold on. These are all invoices. Okay. It's going to look like this. So let me just show you what our templates kind of look like. Actually, I'll pull that up instead of sharing this, and I'll get it for you in a couple of seconds here. But The whole goal is to send an email that states, you know, hey, this is what their homework is, and this is what they've got to do the next week. And then that way, you know, you have a really good idea of like what they're working on. But we also always want you to be on the first session, and then, you know, like the third session, and just kind of show up regularly so that we can make sure that we're going in the right direction. So while I explained that, actually this popped up. So you would get like a link to the YouTube channel, which has got all, you know, a bunch of the different the trainings. You're always going to have all the trainings that'll be kept, and then it's going to say, hey, this week we discussed this, and then this week is what their homework is, and then if Rebecca gives herself some homework, and then the next call will be lined up, right? And so again, we want to, you know, be able to walk you guys through and have massive transparency. The massive transparency piece for us is you guys can actually go in here and you can watch the consultation and see what they talked about and what they went over and what the homework is. And you're very involved in all these things. But we also believe that training can't just happen with telling them something. We really believe if we give them the systems and the processes, then they can actually move the business forward. So that was what I was going to show you. I'm going to just give you an example of like contract to close, for example. So, and you might have some of these things. So if you have them, we want to look at them so that we can train to yours. Or you might say, hey, mine's not that great, and you might want ours to get implemented. And it's really easy. So what that looks like is we go over something like this with our person in training. And then we say, and we give you all these things, right? So here's the intro script, here's the first email, second email, third email, and so on, that happens throughout the entire process. The goal is to have the admin come in. They're going to take our logo out, put your logo in, and then they will actually adjust all of this and all of the emails to have like their information in them. And again, take our logo out, put yours in. So these become your working manuals, right? They would fill their information out here, change. We actually created all of our templates to not be state specific, but they include a lot of things that other states really need, like the word conveyancing, which is used in a lot of states that we work in. And it just means ordering the tax certifications, ordering utility certs, if there are some, or township certs or borough certs and things like that. So again, all these things can be changed, but the goal is to give you guys this, right? And have you meet with your person once a week. And so we love for you to meet on Fridays and to say, okay, what was the homework for Soprani? And your admin will print all these things out, put it in front of you, and you can easily go through and go, okay, we don't use the word conveyancing. This is good. Yes, we use showing time. Here's the telephone number and whatever, right? And then you have a working document for the next steps email that goes to the buyer's agent. Again, if you have some of these things, we can just use yours. And the goal would be take this out and then just boom, you know, copy and paste the one that you're currently using in here so that they have this email. And then that way, this leads them through every step of everything. And we've got best practices in there too. So like best practice would say, anything that's really important that we have to do to stay on track, we want to mark as important.